Today I'm going to talk about the characteristics of a forward and aft CG. So along our longitudinal axis of our aircraft, we have three forces that act along it. We have the center of gravity, which is the point where all of our weight is centered on our aircraft. We have the center of lift, which is the point where all of our lift is concentrated on our aircraft. And then we have the tail down force, which is used by our horizontal stabilizer to pretty much balance out those forces. So we have our center of lift pushing our aircraft up, but then the center of gravity wants to push our nose down because the center of gravity is almost always ahead of our center of lift. So it's going to want to rotate our aircraft downwards. So that's why we have that tail down force to compensate for that. When our center of gravity and our center of lift are very close to each other, it's going to be very easy to change the pitch of our aircraft. So our aircraft is going to be less stable. So with a more aft CG, our aircraft is going to be less stable. And with a more forward CG, our aircraft is going to be more stable. Forward CG, we need more tail down force. So the total amount of downward force our aircraft is producing is going to be greater. Just for that, we need more lift. The way we create more lift is by increasing our angle of attack. When we increase our angle of attack, we are closer to our critical angle of attack, which means we are closer to a stall. A forward CG, our aircraft is going to have a higher stall speed. And when we have an aft CG, our aircraft is going to have a lower stall speed. With the forward CG, we are creating more lift, which means more induced drag. Induced drag is a byproduct of lift. So with the forward CG, we are going to have more induced drag, so we are generally going to be flying at a lower cruising speed. And with an aft CG, we are generally going to be flying at a greater cruising speed. From a stall, you need to reduce your angle of attack. With the forward CG, the CG is actually going to help to recover from the stall and reduce that angle of attack. With an aft CG, you have less pitch control authority, so it's going to be less favorable to recover from the stall.